How will the Saints respond to heartbreak yet again? It's the coach. It's the first of two this Monday night on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the New Orleans Saints trying to put the sting of last year's NFC Championship game no call behind them as they play host to a preseason favorite in the AFC South, the Houston Texans. I'll look back to opening weekend at halftime, but now it's off to Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Saints getting set to take over, and they will be led out by the all-time leading passer in NFL history in his 19th year now in the NFL, Drew. Breeze.
Mike, ready? Yellow lady. Hey, eat. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be his Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid in Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now, this is just the 5th all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here taking place in Week 1, and they have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002, but you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the 5th time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Stacy McGee showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Breeze now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished. Points on the board.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 75 yards. And the Texans have taken the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a third down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To throw, it's Brees. This will be caught by Brown. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Again, they'll throw with Brees. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, 30 yards. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. On first down, Watson. It's complete. Stills. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. A first down carry now for Miller. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Watson with a give to Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd and 12, Watson and Stills bringing it in. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Check, crunch.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They run again with Hyde on first. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Watson, and he'll find Akins there, complete. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Watson on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
This not the final game of this opening weekend. Still one more, and that comes your way later tonight out in Oakland. The Denver Broncos and Vic Fangio's coaching debut taking on the Oakland Raiders, the final home opener for the Silver and Black in the East Bay. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They do go for it. It's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense? You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller 31 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Breeze now, only one pass has hit the ground for him, 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. It's complete to Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Watson on 1st down. He finds Hopkins complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. from 8 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Breeze going to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Breeze now, 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Back. 5-9.
Again, it's Breeze. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Opposite. 41 Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh, 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back.
Breeze to throw again. They'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Check tight. 53.
The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed.
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a 1-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this...
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had an ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without it.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Ginn. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Let him. 41. We got a wedge there, huh? Push him back.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that will be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Texans will take over with a first and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 27. Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line.
We got 4.
From the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Yellow lady. Check.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. DJ Reader breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw, it's Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And this is caught by Fells, right side. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a run with Hyde. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it was capped off by a Carlos Hyde touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Here's Breeze. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. Breeze now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Hey, kill. Hey.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage with a penalty flag down. This might push him back further. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. To throw again on second down. Watson, and the catch made by Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Miller. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Miller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
56. Mike, 56, right there, right there.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Trying to get it that time to Stills. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Breeze now to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 14-yard touchdown. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 27, Watson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Watson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. They run high, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's high. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. This is Miller. Miller with a first down and more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's high, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Hopkins, the one receiver right. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. Here's Hyde, third and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.